I think lots of books that I've read are kind of it's my new latest obsession. Little mini bookcase, and I think it looks neat. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Celine. I'm a digital artist. I also create and design my own stationery. I like to read and journal what I've read. And today we're talking about 3 months of my life. I know, it's quite a lot. And why this 3-month long vlog? In these 3 months, there was a quite important event happening that changed my life and my health. And some slight trigger warnings. Here I'll be going over what I've been through, and the topics like cancer and hospital will be talked about, and I'll highlight that in the video. So if that's too triggering for you, then you can skip that, but I'll just shortly summarize it right now. I've been sick. The doctors discovered that there was a tumor growing in my bladder. I had to go to the hospital for research, and then within a time span of a week I got surgery. I'm okay. I had my first checkup, and so far so good. I'm healthy as far as they can see. And that's why I thought it was important to document this 3-month long period, with also my birthday happening and the decoration of my bookshelves right there. Yeah, just enjoy this long ride, I'd say. And thank you so much for watching. It's a long video with ups and downs, so thank you so much, and please do like and subscribe and click that bell notification button if you want to support the channel and stay up to date with what's happening. And I won't be documenting like November and October because not much was happening back then. We'll continue with December with the vlog. So cheerio, and thank you so much for your support. Bye bye. Morning, it's the 8th of July. It's been a while. I've been working on the jeans design, which I'll just show here, screenshots, the washi tape, and right now I'm trying to get back into really studying art, tackling anatomy, and learning how to paint better. And today we're going to do this. I'm joining a stamp rally with Adobe, which is a Dutch large anime con. It's 3 days long, by the way. And the theme is foxes, so I was thinking about drawing a fox lady, and obviously right now drawing inspiration from Ari from League of Legends, which I think can't hurt, because I want to keep the style very simple, like almost cel-shaded. But you know, since characters are in my realm of expertise, I want to draw a fox lady. I think I'm going to go for this pose. We got this little sketch done, and she's kind of a witchy fox, as you can see, with a third eye and a little headdress. Let's see, color wise, maybe some burgundy. This is too extreme. Something like this. We're back again. Today I'm going to sketch up the castle grid decoration thingy, or the castle for my grid decoration from my artist Ellie. So I'll show you the references. These are some references, and I already drew this, so I know I have a base to go to start with, and it doesn't need to be all that really detailed. It just needs to be clear and convey the idea. So let's go. So right now we're working with the symmetry tool. And technically, low-key going to trace my sketch, I suppose. This will be for the sun tower sketch. So I created this balcony. I took inspiration from a castle reference, a real life one, which also has a dome and this balcony, so I thought it was fitting. To add a bit more dimensionality, I drew these lines as if to imagine that it was a hexagon, so maybe we also need to make this a bit more diagonal, but you get the idea. I painted this first part of our lovely washi tape, and I still got this to go, but it's very simple. It's just cleaning up, painting away some lines, making sure it doesn't look too dirty, because it will be printed quite small, I think, so don't want to make it too busy. So the design is finished. It's nothing too drastic that changed. Everything is just cleaned up now. Now we're going to create a label design for this. Hello, today we're going to reprint some stickers because I don't want to use the lamination we used to have before, the glitter lamination, because I can't really find a confident source where everything is alright and every material is traceable, so I'm opting for a generic, safe, matte and glossy lamination from now and forward, and for other kinds of finishes I'll outsource. So today we'll try to reprint the fairy teacup, the witchy teacup, and the trash panda sticker. Please don't mind this contraption and mess here. We'll have to deal with it. Everything is printed, and because the edges curled a bit, it got smudged, so I had to go with the white paint marker over it. Now let's hope this works, because I'm afraid it might be too thick for my plotter to cut. We'll see. Never mind, somehow it got ruined here. I'll have to keep watch then. In case something like this happens, we just remove the ruined stickers in the file, and when it's done cutting we Ctrl-Z again, and then we can just print the same ruined stickers again, but let's hope next time the lamination won't get ruined. There it goes. Great, able to cut properly. Oh help. The result after all the bloodletting, it's not perfect, but I hope I can. I think this material is even too thick for my stickers. It isn't even able to cut through, so I need to adjust the settings, maybe even deeper. Hi, it's the 21st of July today, and I'm going to, as you can see, record the voiceover for our lovely time lapse of the reading journal. And yesterday I attended a market, and the turnout, or rather the revenue, was as I expected, but I'll tell you more about it later today. Okay, here we go. Starting vintage vinyl sticker with some nice gold foiling, and I thought, okay, let me put it in there and do another world to a little reading journal. Good morning. It's a whole different POV right now because we're sitting on the floor, and I finally decided, after months of procrastinating, to clean up my little cart because it has all kinds of stationery supplies, crafting supplies, markers and whatnots, but I never really made time to organize everything, so we're going to do that. And I'll talk to you about the event I had last Sunday, which was a local market called the Feel Good Market. I usually put like my markers. Yeah, the local markets. Well, to start with, I already didn't have that big of an expectation because last time I went to the Feel Good Market, which was in April, and that market had an adjacent indoor market called the Duistermarkt, and that is kind of a occult, gothic, Victorian vintage kind of event where they sell things like dead animals, carcasses and such, or not carcasses, skeletons of those animals and such. So those vibes, you know. And of course, those people, lots of them, visited my booth. And that time the market was plentiful, lots of visitors. A very cozy event overall. But normally I mean usually at the event, what the crowd is like is more kind of city people. So I went there Sunday, and then there was no adjacent market or anything. It was like the most very plain Feel Good Market edition. So already in my gut feeling I was like, let's set the bar low, guys. It can only get better from there, right? And to give you an overview of what went down, costs were like 66 with taxes, and without them that'd be 55, so quite cheap. I went by public transit, so by bus 2 times, and that was easy enough. So overall very cheap event, so that was all cool beans. But the turnout, I made a hopping, like I think 123 euros. One cash sale for sticker, which was 350, but the rest, yeah, nothing to talk home about. It was really weak. And also, worst thing is, I didn't film it. It also started raining, and me, my friend and boyfriend, we were checking the whole week what the weather would be on that Sunday. First, it was predicted that the rain would fall during around like 5, but then it was pushed back earlier in the day, so around 4, and I was standing next to my friend Marlon. Her artist name is Dream Chaser Art. We were catching a lot of rainfall around 4, like a lot, and there was also a thunderstorm. And our market booth had these little small rooftops, and when the wind passed us, the rain that has fallen on those rooftops, of course, was slowing down, and it all came down on my back a few times. So, you know, getting wet, standing outside, almost catching cold for just a measly 120 euros, which is not a lot. And I'm not even, like, when I'm telling you these amounts of revenue, I'm not taking into account production costs, because we're not talking about that. Just the revenue. Yeah. If I was aware that it would be this bad, would I still attend? Trick question. I'm not sure myself if I would. Maybe I wouldn't. Just because, yeah, I could stay at home, work on other tasks that need my attention. Because there's always something to do. Now we're moving on to the second layer. yeah, made a measly amount of revenue for lots of inconvenience, but that's just how life is sometimes when you do those markets, especially when it's outside. I think I'll put here like lots of my notebooks and such, and my big crafting supplies like this paper, all my stickers. In an ideal world, I would be able to put my notebook there. Let's improvise. Hello, something really cool and unexpected happened. First off, they're doing the sewers right now, like flushing everything through, so it's really smelling here. I'm glad you don't have to smell it. Also unexpected. The second thing that's more important is my new washi tape arrived. It's a bit light right now. Bear with me, please. It's like a whole box. 100 tapes. 100 tapes. And they all look glorious. Look. This is the packaging I designed. And the tape itself. And I think she looks really elegant. Because look. Lots of white, but it doesn't look boring here, in my opinion. And then I'll show you the tape itself. This is my own, and I'll grab a few more myself maybe. It loops, and I'll just gently twist the tape like this so you can see the reflections and the gold foiling. If it stops focusing on my face, trust me, it looks glorious, and I'll definitely use this in my spreads for my reading journal and my own planner. It's my new latest obsession, and the gold foiling turned out so nice. This one is also 25 millimeters. I was afraid that the pattern would be too small, but it looks really good. And not too small at all. And you can see all the tiny details. And yeah, I'm so happy with this new set. And let's fill up our little drawer over there filled with washi tape with the new ones. I'm meeting my original character, OC Legion, but his original form is here. And this is his form for Slene's art studio. So it's more medieval inspired, heavy fantasy RPG leaning. I really wanted to go for a sleek warrior look. And he used to have here a chest plate, but I removed it because I was doubting. I just want to add a bit more spice, even though it might look less believable. I like the silhouette a lot, and you know, just a bit of sexiness to his design. And I didn't want to exude like he was an evil guy. Still red because of the sun, but yeah, this is what I have so far, and then we're going to line art it. Hello, video. The reading journal video just got released yesterday. It's 29th today, and we're just starting off the day with an art study. Last week I didn't do that much. I feel like I'm kind of slacking on that front since last week, so let's get to it. And we'll also work on our castle, I can't call it banner, but castle artist alley booth decoration today. Yeah, I'll show you. Be our victim for right now. I want to do quick portrait studies just to get a feel and play around with texture. I'm trying to improve my observation skills, but it ain't that easy. So the drawing is kind of done. I'm just going to subtly add some indication of lighting when the light hits. But yeah, I'm just trying to practice likeness right now. It's really hard. I have a hard time observing shapes, but it's a matter of practice. Okay, this looks ridiculous. Let's just take it like this. Hello again. Hello. This is the moon theme tower. So this one is more dark. And shading wise, I want to keep it simple. I'll get to the shading when I get the sun tower done, which I'll work on today with you. I think we'll go for a more shell shaded style. So just a bit of texture, mainly lights and shadows in a flat way. Nothing too crazy on the shading. This is the sun tower and we'll draw on top of it. Yay, the drawing is done. So the colors are next, and the base of this one will be a lighter armor color. Time for the rooftops, and they'll have the same color rooftops to keep it somewhat cohesive. I kind of forgot to record the coloring part, but it was just simple flat colors, as you can see. It's not too spicy. Now I want to give the walls on this side and the mirrors a darker color. Update first in here. Hi, it's Monday, the 4th of August, and we have Friday, Saturday and Sunday, a 3-day event coming up. And that event is hosted at Veldhoven, which is called Abonai. And yeah, I think I am alright with my stock except my art prints. So right now I'm just counting them. And let me see. I got everything out. I need to print a couple of A5 prints, like 3-4 prints, and I think one kind of A4 art print. So I think I'm going to do it later this week, but for now I'll show you something different. Something really different than how I usually post on social media, and that is creating a little comic announcing how I got to this point of the shop update. First slide is me saying hi, telling you that it's been a while since the update, what's been going on, what's been troubling me, and like that I got kind of out of it. And the last slide is the shop update slide, and I can repurpose this the next day or so. And yeah, I think that will be the deal. I'm going to work a bit on this today. In the swing of things of drawing again and drawing behind my PC, which is I don't do often. And we'll see how the little comic comes together. It's that time of the prep again. Printing art prints. Hi, good morning. I'm balancing my phone like on the edge of my desk, so I hope you will stay there. So shop update. First in the year, I hope not the last, but today is a focus day. I want to finish off all my listings, add all the videos to the listings, and finish the writing, so we don't need to touch the listings at all, that it's finished. Don't need to look at it, and we can focus majorly on the social media part and the advertising part of our update. Let's get going. This might not be too spicy, but it's very much part of the process. This is the slide I am currently at with the little shop update announcement. Here's first slide. It's a very simple style with barely any shading. I need to really get quickly through this because I want to post this very soon. Second slide. Last slide, my favorite one despite its grim theme. Currently this. I'll keep this simple, and I think one or two more slides, so we got this almost. Current process on the painting Vijun in a celestial form, and currently we laid down all the colors, shows the lining plan. What's left now is the rest of the painting. We have to paint away all the lines and detail it, so it's basically the grunt work. The idea is most important. Let's see how we're going to give them a rightful finish. So not unimportant is this new bookmark design. It's a snake and roses. I think it's quite an easy theme to think of and still unique in its execution, so we can work with this. And I think I'll add some like blue accents in the roses to give a hint to the design of Yijun himself, because look, bit of blue. Everyone, it's finally a day where it isn't unbearably hot, so we are almost approaching law update week. It's Sunday the 17th and the update will be the 22nd, so upcoming Friday. And I have like a small social media plan planned out, such as this carousel. I hope you can see something. So I'll explain. So a carousel post is post on Instagram or other social media where it isn't just a single picture, but it's multiple. And often in those posts, elements in those posts overlap. So when you scroll, it's all seamless and it flows into the next slide. So this is the introduction post. And then here I want to half display or partially display my washi tapes. this slide and flows over to the other. Same as here. I'll be talking about the bookmarks and my sticker sheet and washi tape. It isn't a super huge update, but I still want to make it look and feel a bit more premium, very thought out. So let's do this. Hi, good morning. It's the 18th. It's Monday today. Start of a new week, and I do have some life-changing news to tell you. I think I'm just going to throw it out because there's no subtle way to say this, but last Wednesday I went to the hospital and they looked in my bladder with a microscope. Trigger warning, it's getting a bit graphic. Trigger warning if you're sensitive to stories about the hospital, cancer, and things along those lines. And have been having issues with my bladder, with going to the bathroom, and they found a tumor. So saying this out loud right now to you, it doesn't really make me emotional, but it does. Yeah, it's still, it's weird to say it out loud, and it's very rare that young people like me, I'm just 26, have bladder cancer. So I apparently have bladder cancer, and doctor said that it was still on the surface of my bladder. And when I heard that, I heard the news alone. I just went for a checkup. Didn't expect anything, but it threw my whole life upside down. It was quite a shock to tell my family and my loved ones, and yeah, it was really hard. But it's not like life-threatening, so don't worry too much. It's really, really treatable. But that said, this Friday I am having a CT scan where they check my whole body to see what's further amiss. And next week, Monday, the 25th of August, I'll be having a surgery. They'll be removing it, which I'm quite happy about, but it's quite quick. But the surgery isn't taking too long, and I'll be under narcose. I forgot the name and the phrase in English, but I won't notice a thing, and I'll be fast asleep, luckily. Yeah, that's the whole happening. I don't know what else to say. It's just, that's how life is, and I do want to share that because it is impacting everything and the way I feel about things. And I've been trying to cut out some unhealthy foods because your girl still likes to snack. We're not quitting snacking, but we're trying to incorporate more healthy snacks and snack unhealthy a bit less. Yeah, like if I were to tell you this news last week, when I just heard it, my emotions would have been all over the place. It has been settled, those emotions, a bit more. I'm a bit more calm. And I know the surgery is soon, so I'm quite a bit nervous for that, but fingers crossed everything will go well. Then you'll hear back from me how it's going. Luckily, to brighten up my day, we have an order from Michaela. Thank you so much, Michaela. And it's a tarot sticky note, and it will go to the United States. And I'm looking around. I have these PVC cards, so I'm going to cut away a part and then wrap a bit of washi tape around it, so they have a washi tape sample. Woo! So I didn't film the whole creation process, but I'll talk you through how everything got put together of the carousel for the shop update. So I used these stock images from the site Pexel, which is a free stock image site. I created product pictures, as you know. and then I just cut away, erased all the surrounding parts that are irrelevant for this layout. I wanted to have a clear focus on the product with a soft parchment-like texture in the background. And important with these aesthetic carousels is that there are elements that are overlapping and that look playful. So my boyfriend came with the idea to have a washi tape that flows over into the other slide. And here you can see like that this is the product picture, but I played with the text of it, again with the washi tape, and a very simple end slide because everything was already too busy. I wanted to end it nice, clean and clear here. Hi, so today not that of a special day. It's the 19th, but I reordered my bookmark with a dark sword, like the purple, this one, like 75 pieces. I'm a printer guy, but I am really unlucky because of the 75, and they tend to give you more because if there's printing error, it makes up for it. Of the 80 they gave me, there were only like 46 that I could use. The rest really have unusual errors. Let me see. Like it's mostly on the back of some, strangely. But like this, the gold foil is printed like next to the print itself, so you know that's not the idea of this bookmark. But they were really nice to me, and they want to reprint the ones that went wrong, so fingers crossed I'll receive the good ones. Hi, good morning. It's the 20th today, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I got a retail spot at a permanent artist alley store in Den Bosch. It's called the Silver Vos, and this Saturday we're going to restock it with some old products and some new ones. These koala stickers are the first ones I've ever made, but I'm not able to sell them out yet, so let's hope in a shop will do well. I forgot to print out some more text, so I'll just write them down and cut them out. All done with these tags. Still need to do these and frame the prints and add price tags for those. Hello, the blinds are down again because it is really annoying to paint a work with lighting hitting your face. But main point is that I want to finish painting for the new upcoming bookmark, and painting meaning the painting itself, not the gold foil parts. That I can decide later, but I really want to get it done because I'm sitting on this for longer than I'd like. But I think it does come together quite nicely. Just need some more polish. Let's go. It's a rare moment we film in the evenings. It's 7:38, and good thing is that today I picked up a second-hand washi tape from Notebook Therapy. I bought it on Vinted, which is a second-hand store online where people can sell their wares. And it happened that someone had this set from our stories, and that is basically this very pretty library themed set. We have letter tape. These stamp-like stickers. Of course, books. One of my faves. This is like a torn. It doesn't have a torn edge, but it looks like it has. With gold foiled paper. Little cute bookstore. This one has been barely used. And what is this? More books. So very, very in theme for our reading journal. My reading journal here, and these are very large covers, and we have some smaller ones in here. And I think for the full page review or half page reviews, I want to have a bigger one. For the smaller, well, of course, the smaller ones, I have to measure out how tall they are. Hi, well, so here comes the tough part. On my left we have my Storygraph, and Storygraph is like a Goodreads, and Goodreads is a site where you can track books, but I feel like Storygraph is more condensed, less visual noise, and I use Storygraph to track books and Goodreads to look up new books, but I get mostly my new book recommendations from either my friends or booktubers. So the deal is, I have read quite a lot. I mean, last time I finished something was, I think, a year or 2 years ago, but I didn't track that. What is tracked is in 2021, Serpent and Dove. Didn't really like that, but I need to backtrack like a lot of these books, about 25 books, and I need to put that in my reading journal. But of course, not every book has hit home the right way. I think lots of books that I've read are kind of passable, entertaining, but nothing that really was like a 5-star or like a perfect book. But some came quite close to it, but I don't think I have a 5-star so far. So let's put all my books onto my Photoshop file so we can print them later. Now I got quarter one down, and guess which books I like the best. So I imagine I'll probably for the smaller covers, I'll have a shorter, like, tabled overview of my review of the book. And of course, for larger covers, a whole page or half a page review. And towards the end of the quarter, like a little shout out to top 3 or 3 books I liked the most or something like that. Let's try that out. I think that sounds fun. Yeah, this is quarter one. Wow, my first ever real bookshelf. Lost into diving into my new e-reader. It works! Hi, good morning, or good afternoon I should say. It's 12 o'clock. It's the 2nd of September, so new month. New surprises, I think, and I'll show you quickly how I am going to put together the silver foil this time bookmark. So I've opened up Illustrator, and right now I kind of got a base template already because of the other previous foiled bookmarks I've made, so it's easier to follow for me. First few times were quite hit or miss, but right now I got a feel for it. So you know the measurements, you have to create an artboard of the size of your project. And then you have to add a bleed into the document. How did I do it? Documents in file, and then document setup. Have these settings, and these depend on the printer where you're creating your foiled bookmarks or projects at. So at my printer guide, it's 3 mm. That's red border. And you should be aware that at every edge of your project, it should extend till the bleed or over it to make sure that all the printing gets done nicely. And then we have the cutting line, and I have the cutting line of my other bookmark here, this one, just an example. But we have to, just like this, go to, let's see, image trace. Oh, I already have it open here. Do the preview. Select basically only the outside. Right now, Illustrator recognizes my image as a rectangle, but not the object in itself. Well, that was a bit too much for it. We can try to do this. Object, image trace. I think it was expand. So now we got a nice shape, but we only want the inside of this one. So all of this should go, and that's actually gold foil parts, but those are not needed right now. And now it's got interesting because so I create my cutting line, and there are some certain specifications of how much the cutting line how much it should be smaller than your original shape. I found out how much my offset, that's the word, of the shape should be, and that's 3 mm. So -3. Let's see, like this, I suppose. Go to our layers, turn on our project layer, and it should fit snugly. So, and let's edit this, make it look nice and neat, and then we'll try to work on the gold foiling. But the gold foiling is the same steps with the image trace as I just did with trying to get the shape of my object here. So that's neat to know. So we got the foiling out of the way, and I already created a duplicate but mirrored version of the drawing. This, and make sure it's as mirrored as possible. Hello, a bit later, but I finished setting up the whole document, and 100 bookmarks are ordered. So hey, we'll receive them I think next Tuesday. So surely then I'll reveal how they turned out. Hi, good afternoon. It's the 3rd of September, 2 p.m. I almost wanted to say 2 a.m. and I picked up a really fun package, and I received a really fun package. Or I got them myself. I thrifted on the online marketplace Vinted and the Dutch online marketplace Marktplaats some goodies because it's September, it's my B-Day month. And let us see what's in this one. You can maybe guess, seeing the size of this package, what it could be. I'm trying to charmingly open it, but having a tough time. Ooh. Oh, it was very tightly packaged because it's a book. It's Jeanette McCurdy's biography called "I'm Glad My Mom Died," and it's talking about her abusive relationship with her mom. And Jeanette McCurdy starred as Sam, if I said that correctly, in the series iCarly that I used to watch back in the day. Really loved it. But yeah, I found this second-hand edition on Vinted. It was just $10, €8 actually, and it looks as good as new. Very pretty cream color. I'm looking forward to annotating this book and just reading through it slowly and learning to understand her past and where she's coming from. And another very, very important package, if I say so myself. It's a very big one. This is its size, and I can give you a few hints. It's a new gadget, and I used my iPad for this activity, but an iPad screen, staring at it for too long really burns my eyes. So I took the plunge, and first I wanted to buy a new one, but that's about 300 euros with some accessories. So I thought, you know what, I want to wait for cooler, newer models when it gets out and when the tech improves. So for now I'm selling for a second hand so that this doesn't get thrown away and I can make great use of it. And it is a Kobo e-reader, an Aura HD. And this model is 13 years old, so it's this little guy, and it's already turned on, I see, or it's sleep mode. I have to figure out the controls. How does this work? Well, it's quite slow in its response, but I don't know what I should have expected. So I got a bit lost into diving into my new e-reader pile. Yeah, I shouldn't expect, how do you say that, the speed of my phone with this device. So, you know, it's really practicing learning to have patience for me. So, very happy with it. It reads very nice and easy on the eyes. I don't know. I don't think the camera will reflect this properly, but trust me on this, my eyes won't get burned out anymore if I read on this device. So that's really cool. And the seller also gave me the charging cable, and I asked them to put on some nice books on there for me, and they did. Some thrillers, or actually a lot. Like, there is 1478 books on this thing. So I'm not sure how I am able to read through everything, but I think I'm going to add and remove some books right now just to make it more of my own. Good morning, it's the 4th of September and today we're going to create stickers, especially the sword sticker. So lots of new stickers today. I already happened to have drawn the sun sword for a promotional picture, so that's really neat. I can try to fit, I hope I can fit like 12 of these in here, so 4 of each, but if not then 9 would do the trick. So right now I've made an internal offset with the cutting line, so there's some leeway even though it's just white, but you never know. Detach the line, and we're going to group them again, and let's play some Tetris right now. So voila, this fits. I'm happy with that. There it goes, moment of truth. Sadly, this sheet had some ink at the bottom, so I had to add white acrylic paint to cover it, to fix the line, and then I'll draw a new line on top, and I've put on some piece of paper on top of it to blur my mistakes, or the printer's mistakes actually. And I have a thin laminating sheet, about 37.5 microns, so it's very thin because the sticker paper is already quite thick, the backing paper that is. Thicker laminating sheets won't do the trick. So fingers crossed, and let's hope it'll go well in one go. Oh wow, the colors look really gorgeous. Like, first when I put the sticker sheet in there, because it hasn't adhered to the paper yet, it looked a bit blurry, but right now it looks gorgeous. I'm going to put it through once more, and then I'm going to put it into my plotter machine. It's all locked and loaded, and I used cheap washi tape to make sure it adheres more properly to the sheet. So let's go. I had to turn down, put down my blinds because I think it might be too reflective. So let's keep this closed and let's let it do its thing. Okay, so sad and bad news. I had to paste the cheap washi tape all over and around my marks, but because I don't have scotch tape right now, but it wasn't able to read it. It's reading it all wrong, and I tried it multiple times, but it's way too glossy, so I'm really bummed out by that. I need to dive into my stock after lunch and see what kind of matte lamination I do have, and I have to run for a scotch tape right now because this is really pissing me off. It's taking way too much time for just stickers. This makes me really considering to outsource, but let it go and let's eat lunch. Back with scotch tape, and this has been all taped up. It's a bit curled up, but let's hope it holds. Because if this doesn't work, then we need to find other lamination material. Weird POV, but look, it works! It works! Oh yay! Not everything has got cut through. Most of them are, but I think I need to increase the blade depth. But yay! Okay, so I pulled up my blinds because I forgot to show you yesterday something really cool arrived, my new bookmarks. But here it is. And look, the gold foiling, the silver I should say, I'm used to gold foil. It is silver foil. Came out perfect. I hope the camera will allow it. I have to put up a close-up shot somewhere here. It looks glorious, look, and even the bottom and all the little details. Yes, I think it's my favorite design I have created as far as it comes to these bookmark designs. Because in the previous designs I didn't make as handy use of the elements of the sword. Just a little bit, but in this design, all the foiling elements are really incorporated in the complete design. So I think that's what makes it stand out as well. Morning, it's the 30th. It's my birthday. Woo! Okay, I think it's the most stressful birthday because I still need to upload the 2 listings and edit the product pictures of those 2 listings and host a B-Day sale. I already silently activated the sale on Etsy, and it's 25% on all my sticker products and sticker sheets and 20% on the rest. Yeah, create a promo post, but I'm going to recycle my B-Day post from last year and adjust the colors and get to work on the listings ASAP. So let's get going, but I'll show you first my very fun B-Day presents. These Animal Crossing Crocs I got from boyfriend. Aren't they the cutest? And this little house is my favorite charm. It's 3D. So cute. Knows me well. I like farming games and cozy games and such. And this is the newest Store of Seasons game, Grand Bazaar. I've never played a game in this series, but I've seen videos of it and it looks really, really cute and cozy. And at last, ignore my dirty mirror. This sweater, I love hammers, and oh, I won't get into it. I didn't know what it meant until I asked my boyfriend as well, so yay. Time to rush this video on picture editing process. Let's go. Literally speaking, I'm done with the crunch and everything. The listings are alive, I'll show you. And this took a lot out of me, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday. It's my glorious Etsy shop. I could have, if I had more time, I could have made a sales banner. I can maybe make that tomorrow still. But it's this bookmark and these stickers. I think the picture came out really well on this one. Little video. Oh, those are big pictures. There you go. And as for these sword stickers, they're like about 10 centimeters in length. So that's what I had to do, and like all the descriptions and yada 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 yada. So chill time now. Hi, it's still the 30th. It's in the evening. It's about almost 7, I think. because I'm filming on my phone, I can look at the time. Well, I've decided after this whole hectic crunch day that I still want to do something to let my energy loose, I'd say, because I've rested some. I've played Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar a bit. It's really, really cute and cozy. And now we're going to... I just literally spaced out in the middle of the sentence. I'm so tired, but I still want to move a bit because I've been sedentary the whole day because of the crunch for the updates. But I'm going to clean up the bookshelf because I got permission from my father-in-law to use a shelf of his in the bookcase. So this is really messy, like we don't look at this. I have random stuff because I can't really put it anywhere else. It's this bookcase and I want to take this shelf. Like it's on my eye level. That means we need to move these books and we need to puzzle out how we're going to move all these little books together and we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Hello, so I think I'm going to sort out the books I have over here. These are my books and then I have to figure out how I'm going to use this space. Let's take out my books first. I recently got this gorgeous edition of Bury Your Bones and Midnight Soil with V.E. Schwab. I still haven't read this, but I got it secondhand on Vinted, but it's still in really, really good condition, so that's really rad. These are very old. Move most of the things out. It's getting a bit dark in here, so please bear with me. Now move all these down here. Now the real fun begins because we can put all these books up in the bookcase. Hi, I'm actually not sure how I want to order things yet. I'm kind of doing this impromptu, on the go. I like to do it alphabetical, so it's easier for me to find the writer or the book that I'm looking for. Doing it by writer, by the way. Wow. My first ever real bookshelf. Just say one, but we gotta start small, you know, and it slowly will explode like it usually does. You're good to buy old that you won't be used for books anymore unless the bookshelf gets way too full. James S.A. Corey, Melissa Broadband. Wasn't feeling it. I think it's really cute that I'm just happy with one shelf in comparison to like booktubers or book influencers who have tons of bookcases, but it's okay. I enjoy the books I have right now. It's funny to think about, like, it must have taken lots of time to hoard those books together. I'm not sure if I'm feeling like it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing to do it like this, but feeling things out. Can always adjust it later. I need more than one bookshelf. Underestimated how it would fill up the shelf. We need more than one shelf. I don't think we can fit much more than this. I think I'm going to remove my informative books. Like Finding Your Ikigai and some self-help books. I'll remove them. I also can't really remove a book. This is what we can muster, but I think I'll even cut down some books in this shelf and place some books there. Let's see how we're going to do that. So I found this empty shelf or empty drawer back in my room, and I can put it there. Voila, a whole empty shelf, or almost empty. I'll figure this out. After all that, the big reveal is now. Ta-da! So, yeah, Right now I'm trying to keep it into alphabetical order by writer. So this is like a Lane Taylor Till Tea, and here's the random art book of Alphonse Mucha to fill up the space here. So I think this looks pretty neat. It doesn't look pretty, but it like makes sense to me. Next up, because apparently I couldn't fit all my books on one shelf. Second shelf. And here is T till W. And some remainder art books, self-help books and stuff. And something to fill up the space that I already had. And this is my little mini bookcase, and I think it looks neat. And yeah, really happy to see everything come together like this.